If you're trying to decide between McKinney and Austin, Texas, this is one of those decisions that seems straightforward at first, and then the deeper you go, the more questions you start to have. Because yes, they're both in Texas, both are growing, and both are great places to live, but the lifestyle, the pace, the cost, and what your day-to-day actually feels like can be very different. Hi, I'm Denese Berardesco, and I live and work right here in McKinney, Texas. I've lived here for 10 years, and I personally have relocated across the country twice with my own family. So I understand what it's like to try to compare cities like this, sometimes without ever having lived in either one. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 key differences and a few important similarities between McKinney and Austin, so you can start to figure out which one fits your lifestyle the best. And we're keeping this real, practical, honest, and what it actually feels like to live in each place. So let's get started. Point 1, location and overall vibe. Let's start with the big picture, location and overall feel. McKinney is in North Texas, about 30 to 40 minutes north of Dallas, and is part of the DFW Metroplex. So when you live here, you're not just choosing one city, you're connected to a much larger network of communities, job centers, and amenities. Austin is in Central Texas and feels much more self-contained. People move there for Austin specifically because it has a strong identity and culture that really defines the experience. McKinney feels more suburban, organized, and steady. Austin feels more energetic, creative, and fast-moving. And I'll say this, Austin can feel exciting right away, while McKinney tends to feel easier to settle into long-term, especially when you start thinking about the day-to-day routines and consistency. Point 2. Cost of housing. This is usually one of the biggest deciding factors. In general, housing in McKinney is more accessible compared to Austin, especially when you're looking at newer homes or need more functional space. You'll often find more square footage, larger builds, newer, larger lots, and more flexible layouts. In Austin, prices tend to be higher, particularly in areas closer to major employment hubs or popular parts of the city. And what relocation buyers often tell me is, Austin, we had to give up something. In McKinney, we really don't feel like we had to compromise as much. That could mean having space to work from home, host gatherings, or just not feel cramped in your own home. So it's not just about price, it's about how your lifestyle fits your budget. Number 3, job market and industries. So now let's talk about employment. Austin is widely known for tech, startups, creative industries, and McKinney, in the broader DFW area, has more diversified job base. Corporate headquarters, finance, healthcare, technology, and many established industries. And something that really matters here when you live in McKinney, you're not tied to just one job center. You've got Plano, Frisco, Dallas, Allen, Richardson, all within reach depending on your commute. So you're not putting all your options into one location, you're spreading them out, which can be helpful in long-term flexibility. So number 4, traffic and commute. So, all right, we have to talk about traffic. Austin traffic is more centralized because of how the city is laid out. Congestion can build up quickly, especially during peak times. McKinney and DFW still have traffic, and it's a major metro, but it's more spread out. You have multiple highways, tollways, alternative routes. So instead of being locked into one route, you usually have options depending on the time of day and where you're going. And a lot of people relocating, that flexibility ends up being a bigger factor than they expected once they started living in it every day. Point 5, schools and education. For many relocation buyers, schools are a big part of the decision. McKinney offers well-regarded public school options along with private schools and access to nearby colleges and universities. Austin also has strong options, but like most large cities, the experience can vary depending on the specific area. And this is where it becomes more personal. It's not just about ratings, it's about the programs, activities, environment, overall fit for the situation. So we always narrow things down based on what matters most to you and then look deeper into those areas. And real quick, if you found this video helpful or just want to learn more about McKinney, make sure to hit like or subscribe. And if you're thinking of moving to McKinney, you can actually download my McKinney, Texas relocation guide completely free. It's in the description box. So let's get back. Point 6. Let's talk about the weather. Both are here in Texas, and yes, summers are warm in both locations. Austin tends to feel more humid, hillier, greener in certain areas, and McKinney is flatter, more open, slightly less humid overall. That elevation difference in Austin gives a very different look and feel, while McKinney feels more spread out and consistent. Either way, if you're coming from a cooler climate, adjusting to the summer temperatures is something to plan for regardless of which area you choose. Point 7, lifestyle and things to do. This is where the personality differences really stand out. Austin is known for live music, food, events, outdoor activities. There's always something happening. McKinney offers a historic downtown, local restaurants and shops, community events, access to everything in DFW. And what I often hear is people enjoy being able to go into Dallas for bigger events, but come back to a quieter environment at home. So it's really whether you want that energy all around, all the time, or something that you can step into whenever you choose. Number 8, entertainment and food options. So let's talk about entertainment. And this definitely includes food, because this, for a lot of people, is a big part of how you experience a city, especially if you're a foodie. Austin is known for being a major entertainment hub. You've got live music happening all the time, festivals, large-scale events, and a strong nightlife scene and a very well-known food culture. From food trucks to well-known restaurants, Austin has built a reputation for being a place where you can try something new almost every time you go out. So if you're someone who really enjoys exploring different dining options, trying new concepts, or just having a lot of variety, Option definitely delivers on that. McKinney offers a different kind of experience. Here you'll find a growing local restaurant scene with several locally owned spots, especially around the historic downtown. Community-focused events that often include food and local vendors. And while it may not have the same scale as Austin, what many people appreciate is that it feels more approachable and less crowded. Plus, being in McKinney means you also have access to Plano, Frisco, Dallas, which significantly expands your dining and entertainment options when you want more variety. So again, it comes down to lifestyle. Do you want that high energy, always changing food scene right outside your door? Or do you prefer something a little more relaxed with the option to explore bigger scenes when you choose? So instead of everything being right outside your door, you have the option to go into those environments when you want and then come back to a quieter setting. And for a lot of people, that balance ends up being ideal. Population and growth. Both areas are growing quickly. Austin's growth has been very noticeable and concentrated. McKinney is growing rapidly as well, but as part of a larger North Texas expansion. So instead of everything happening in one place, it's spread across multiple cities. That can make the growth feel different depending on where you are, even though both areas are continuing to expand and develop. Point number 10, one major similarity. There's no state income tax in Texas. That applies to both McKinney and Austin. Property taxes do vary, and that's something to factor into your overall cost. So when I work with buyers, we always look at the full monthly picture, not just the purchase price. So everything is clear up front. What area is the best fit? When you step back and look at everything, Austin often appeals to buyers looking for a more urban feel, strong cultural environment and proximity to tech. McKinney tends to appeal to buyers who want more space, quieter environment, access to multiple job hubs. And a lot of times buyers start out focused on Austin, but once they map out their actual day-to-day life, they realize McKinney is a better fit. So if you're researching moving to McKinney, living in McKinney, Texas, or trying to decide if relocating to North Texas makes sense for your lifestyle, I hope this comparison helped you see what it's really like living in McKinney compared to other cities. My name is Denese Berardesco, and helping buyers navigate relocation is something truly I understand because my own family has done it several times. If you're thinking about making the move to McKinney, I love hearing where people are relocating from. Drop a comment below and tell me where you're moving from or what surprised you most in this video. Your comment might be featured in a future video, you never know. If you found this video helpful or just want to learn more about McKinney, be sure to hit like and subscribe and stay tuned. We post a new video about McKinney, Texas every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And if you're thinking about moving to McKinney, Texas, you can download my McKinney, Texas relocation guide completely free. It's in the description box. And remember, I'm here for you. I love talking about McKinney, and I look forward to meeting you in person to help you find the home that's the right fit for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.